All right, here we go again with another practice test video. Practice test number 9. 1 and 2, same kind of problems. Restrict the domain. If it is a quadratic, because it's a parabola like that, it would fail the horizontal line test, which means you have to restrict it to just the positive side. So make sure you do that on 1 and 2. Make sure you put x is greater than or equal to 0. 3 and 4, you don't have to do that because it's cubic and the cubic graph passes the horizontal line test because it's that shape. Find the inverse. You're very good at that. Switch your x and y gets y by itself. Once you do that, you got to check it using composition. So you do f of f negative 1. Do the first part. You take your inverse right here and just plug it into the x that you started with. And you work it out. Show your work. It takes about 2 steps and you should get x. When you do the other part, take your function f, plug it into your inverse. Take your original one, plug it into the x in your inverse, and it looks like this. Your 8's would cancel, get square root of x squared, which is just x. You should get x both times there. Same thing for number 2. I don't think I need to talk about number 2. It's just like 1. 3 and 4 also are cubic, same deal. Switch. You don't have to do the restriction though. Switch your x and y. Get the y by itself. Y'all are so good at that. You get that right there. Then check again. Plug your inverse into your original, which I did right there. Show your work. You'll get x. Then go backwards. Put your original one, this one, into your inverse where the x was, which I did right there. Show your work. Get x again. 5. It'll really help you on number 5 to draw just a little graph right here. And just find your starting point and how the graph goes, which direction it goes, because that also tells you what your domain and range is. Your domain is your x. Remember that coordinate, the point right there, the vertex point is 1, 0. And it's going to the right, so x is greater than 1. It's going up, so y is greater than 0. All right, 6 through 9, 6 through 8. Sorry, we kind of breezed through these in class today. I think you got this done really well too. A square root graph, remember, is half of a sideways parabola. And this one is going down because it's a negative in the front. You shift up 2 to begin with. Then you go down 1 over 1. Make sure you can see that they're in halves right there. Draw your graph and write your domain and range. X is greater than 0 because it's going right. It's less than 2 because it's going down. Number 7, shift left 4 down 1 to figure out where to start. The 1/3 in the front is a horizontal stretch by the reciprocal, which is 3. So you go over 3 up 1 to right there, and then write your domain and range. 7 and 8, you go backwards. You look at the picture here, the vertex is negative 3, 0, so I put a negative 3, well, opposite of there, nothing on the outside. This time they went over 2 up 1. Over 2 means it's a horizontal stretch, so you do reciprocal of 2, which is 1. This one, same deal. Vertex is negative 1, negative 5, so put that there. They went over 1 up 3. That's why the 3 is a vertical stretch. 9 through 13. Cube roots now. Cube roots are like 2 sideways parabolas. One that way, they're just opposite directions. So find your shift. Went up 3. There's a 2 in the front, so you go over 1 up 2, over 1 down 2. Connect your dots. La la la. You got it. Number 10. I went right 3 up 2 to get my vertex point. Then I'm going to go over 1 up 1, over 1 down 1. Connect. 12, 13 is going backwards. This one, actually, the initial point's right there. Really be careful where you find your initial point. It's where the 2 parabolas start. One goes this way, one goes that way. So that point right there is negative 2, negative 2. So I did that. They went over 1 up 3 to get their second point. So that's a vertical stretch of 3. And it tells you in the directions, they put an A there, which means it's a vertical stretch. This one they put a 1 over B, which means there's a horizontal stretch or compress. This middle point actually is the vertex right there. That's where the 2 parabolas kind of start. That point is at negative 3, 2, so I put that right there. They went over 2 up 1, so it's a horizontal stretch by 2, so to do reciprocal, 1/2 in front. 14 through 19 are all what we did today. Bottom is the root, top is the power. So on this one, I did the cube root of 64, which is 4. 5 is the power, 4 to the 5th, 1024. Same thing here. Cube root of this is negative 7. Square it, 49. Same thing here. 7 through to 3, squared. 3 squared is 9. 17, bottom is a root, top is the power, so cube root. 3 to the 18th. 18 divided by 3 is 6. And if you want to punch that in and work it out, you can. 18, I have a 6 there, so square root. 6 over 2 is 3. 6 cubed is 216. 19 is a cube root of that, everything in there, so the 9th power. 9 over 3 reduces to 3. You do 4 to the 3rd power, x to the 3rd power. 20, you got to factor all this stuff, factor the top. When I take out a 3 first, always look for GCF first. That leaves this, so I had to factor some more to get that numerator. The bottom factor is a minus 5a plus 2. Brought it over. You have to flip the second one because it's division and changes multiplication. So I took the a squared minus 4 to the top. That's a difference of squares, a plus 2a minus 2. I took a GCF out on the bottom, 12 times a squared minus 1, but it leaves a difference of squares in a squared minus 1, so I factored it over here. Then I started canceling. A plus 2, a plus 2, a plus 1, a plus 1, and the 3 and the 12. And your answer is just whatever's left over. All that leaves on the top is an a plus 1 and a minus 2. All that leaves on the bottom is a 4, an a minus 5, and an a minus 1. And that's your answer. 21. I made a little list here. Remember, factors of the last number were factors of the first. Make your list. Punch in your calculator to see where the x-intercept is or the 0 is. This time it was at 2. You got to prove that that's a 0, and it is because I got 2 right there. And what you have left is where your other two answers come from. Remember, we started with x cubed, so you're looking for 3 solutions here. So I can't factor that at all. I can't move stuff over, so that would help. So I just sing my song. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And get this right here. Simplify your radical. Got negative 8 inside. Because it's negative, I took out an I. And because 8 is 4 times 2, I wrote the square root of 4 is 2, and 2 there, all over 6. And because they were all even numbers, I could take a 2 out. And don't forget, this 2 right here is one of your answers, so make sure you write it over here with your answers. Review stuff here. Expand this one. Because the exponent is 4, I'm going to get 5 terms in my answer. And there's a 2x here, so you do the first term to the 4th power. Your second exponent is always, your second coefficient is always the same as your main exponent, so I put a 4 there. The 2x goes down, the 1 starts coming up. The 2x goes down, the 1 starts coming up. To figure out what goes here, I did NCR, which is I did right there. 4 is the n, your main exponent is your n. Your r is either one of those two exponents you want. So I did that. The next term, the x is going down, the 1's coming up. Because those exponents are 1 and 3, and these exponents are 1 and 3, the coefficient's going to be the same. There's a 4 here, there's a 4 there. Or you could do NCR if you really wanted to again. And the last term is going to be 1 to the 4th. So then you got to multiply it out. 2 to the 4th power is 16, x to the 4th. This one you do 2 cubed, which is 8 times 4, 32. This one, 2 squared, which is 4, times 6 is 24. 4 times 2 is 8, and 1 to the 4th power is just 1. 23 RF. On the calc, you go to second matrix. You go to edit, a 3 by 4. Put all your numbers in as you see them. Hit enter after each number. The weird thing is after you put your numbers in, you hit second quit to save your matrix. You go back to matrix, go to, I forgot if it's called math or calc on the top. I think it's called math on the top. Scroll down to the letter B, which is RF. Hit that letter, and it comes up and says RF and leaves a blank space on your screen. Go back to matrix one more time. Choose matrix A, hit enter, and it'll come back in your last column. We'll say -1, 5, -1, and that's your answer. 24, to graph this parabola, you must get it in the right form. So what I did is I put the y's on this side, I put the x and the 64 on that side, left space to complete the square. Half of 4 is 2, 2 squared is 4, so I added 4 to both sides. This side you can factor. Remember, half goes inside, so that side is good. Over here, when I added the -64 plus 4, I got 60. And I promise you tomorrow, whatever you add over here, when you factor out the GCF on your right-hand side, it will work evenly, like 12 times x minus 5. So what that means is my vertex was 5, 2. Don't get it backwards. The x is with the 5, the y is with the 2. So I went to 5, 2. I also know what P is to get my focus and directrix up there. That's 4P right there. 4P is 12, so that means P is 3. And the reason I drew my parabola going to the right is because my 4P was with my x, and the x-axis goes left and right, and it was positive, so it means it has to go right. And I drew my focus and my directrix 3 away. Last 3 here. To solve this one, you just move the 50 over, make it -50. Take the square root of both sides. The square root of 50 is 25 times 2, which is 5 outside, 2 inside, because I don't know the square root of 2. I had to put an I because it was -50. 26, 2 bars, 2 answers, 2 bars, 2 answers. This is equals. Move the 5 over, that gives you -4. Remember, do not distribute that -2. Divide both sides by -2. That gives you +2 there. Now do your 2 bars, 2 answers. 3x minus 6 is 2. It's also -2. Move the 6 over, divide by 3. Move the 6 over, divide by 3. Got that one. 27, you got to do what it says and write the new equation. This one says translate the graph up to. So I'm going to start here. Every single point go up to. This one go up to. the one that crosses right there, go up 2, draw your new one. And because it's up 2, you just took the original f of x and did a plus 2. If you're watching this video, I'm going to tell you right now, the one on your test tomorrow is going to be a reflect across the x-axis, something like this. Like take this, reflect it across the x. So you just put a negative in front, because remember, negative in the front reflects across the x. Hope you heard that. Anyway, see you tomorrow. We'll review for a few minutes. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully the video helped. I'll see you then.